Holland Park versus Algester here at Blues Cup 2021, thanks to our major sponsors, Trouble Sports. Algester will be moving away from the camera, and Holland Park will be attempting to score towards the camera. Both of these schools are affiliate touch programs of the Runcorn State High School Touch Academy. And we're off. Holland Park going forward here. Algester sending the shooters. It's Addy making that touch. There's Skylar driving in. Is Holland Park trying to get on the outside. They're unable to do so. Good hands. Oh, unlucky. Nearly caught that one. It was a low pass. And right of reply is the rule. Well done, Maya Creswell-Tino. She's a referee. Senior member of our Touch Academy program here at Runcorn High. So the right of reply rule, when there's no half time, both teams get a tap at halfway to begin the game. So it's Algester's turn with the ball. I think we might have a forward pass there from half. And it's a tap. So it was a forward pass. Yeah, good shooting there by the Algester middle. That's Abby. Abby and Skylar there on together a lot. Really hard working. Good work by Nell. She's a future member of the Touch Academy program here at Runcorn next year. Look out for her. So Holland Park looking to ruck towards the line, trying to create some width here. 2 extra passes, get on the outside. She's got the speed. She's outside the winger. And steps back inside. And was that a touch? And yes, it was. So in touch football, the hair counts, as does the shirt and the bottom of the boots. As we see on the sideline there, that's referee Daddy Waney giving up his time to come back to help with Blues Cup, former student of Runcorn State High School. We have a ball down, so Holland Park quickly on the turnover, looking to create something while the defence isn't set. Trying to run around now, unable to do so. Good touch. Yeah, definitely got her there. She made that clear to the referee. So 2.5 minutes gone. It's been a frantic pace. A few mistakes, a little bit of nerves from both teams. And what is beautiful conditions here at Runcorn State High School. And there's the first drive. Good defence by Holland Park, shooting up to win that first touch. They split back inside towards the middles. And another ball down. So both teams unable to complete a set yet. They're 3 minutes into the game. Both teams looking to settle down if they can. That's half. She's dummied and gone straight through, and she's been caught. So risky play running from half. It can create a lot of momentum if you can do it correctly and pick the right times. But at that stage, second touch, it's a bit of a cheap turnover, and there's another cheap turnover. Holland Park attacking the line, just steps 1, gets around 2. Unable to get around the second. That's Skylar. Recovers and gets there, and off the mark. Good signalling there by referee Bella Mahoney, the best signals in the game. So now they're running to their sub box. That's it. One of their middles to go off, and they'll run direct with the other ones. Little buddies. There's their third buddy. That's Skylar and Addie working together. Zoe going forward. It's good meters. He goes now. Bit of contact there. Skylar at half. She's trying to release the ball. Long ball to the left. Touched by the link. That's last. That's the turnover. Holland Park with the ball going forward. That's really good meters for the first touch. Nearly gets around and a touch on the back. That counts as a touch. No, she says miss. Play through. Just checking. And good communication there. Half court, that's a turnover. Half an opportunity there by Holland Park. It's a tight battle, 5 minutes gone. We'll see what Algester can muster up coming off the line. There's some good meters. Passing back to the inside. Skylar going forward, so we at half. And ball down. Algester just off their game at the moment, hanging on, and that could be a momentum turner right there. Algester getting some field position. See what they can create here. Dummy, back to the inside. Trying to get around the outside there, and then another turnover. Referee Daddy Waney is on the field. 6 to go is the call. It's a turnover. First touch there. And both teams now for that frantic pace slowing down a little bit. In our warm conditions here at Runcorn. Sun's out, track's fast. Perfect conditions for some touch footy. Shifted to their right. She beats the first person as she normally does. Very agile. Look out for her. One of the strike weapons. Right, Adelaide on the ball. Looking to step to first. Passes, releases, gets an overlap. Can she have the speed? And was that a touch? And yes, it was. It's Anya on the wing. Really big wingspans there to be able to just get the touch on the back of her shirt. So Holland Park are on top, but I'm able to execute though and get the point. You definitely feel they've got the momentum though. Look at the shooters, really hard-working side, this Holland Park side. Coached by Mr. Walker, who's also a very talented gymnastics coach. And Holland Park, known for their gymnastics, have 7 teams competing. You can see they're strong, they're fast, and they're fit, and they're really putting the pressure on an Algester side. Who's another ball down. Algester have a proud touch history of hard-working and clinical, but today, at the moment in this game, definitely not clinical. They haven't completed a set yet. They're still in the contest though. It's still 0-0. Now covers that space, forces her to step inside, and Zoe comes over and helps. Holland Park, it's Adelaide on the ball. Looking for space, trying to get around. Throws a dummy. Able to get quite around there. The link, that's Nell for Algester. She's part of the Futures Touch program here at Runcorn High. She comes here every Monday. Upskill her skills with the rest of the Touch Academy program students here at Runcorn High. Maybe on the outside, has she got the speed? Unable to get around the winger there. Good touch. So Algester are relatively comfortable on their line, but they are getting tired with all this defence. Holland Park will keep knocking, and eventually they'll get through and aren't able to get around the outside. A 3-on-2 there. Maybe could have released that one. Still numbers down this side. And last touch, we have a turnover. So Algester, take a deep breath and complete this set. Forward goes Skylar, steps back on the inside, good contact. Welcome back everyone. We just had some difficulties with the microphone, it's now charging, so we're back with commentary. Hope you're enjoying the games here at the 2021 Tribal Sports Blues Cup. As promised, we've got our guest with us today. It's James Martin, the Member for Parliament for Stretton. Great to have you with us, James. What's your first thoughts on the Blues Cup so far?
Well, the first thought is what a beautiful day we've got here today in Stretton. Beautiful spring day. As I go to community events all over the place, what I find is people, because of COVID, people are more and more excited about getting out and about and doing it safely. So it's great that we can have events like this on in our local community. And I really think that's probably in large part due to the great work of my boss, the Premier. She's done a great job keeping us safe. And when I turn up to events like this, not just this one, this morning I was in Currabee with the local police. Then I was up the road at Sunnybank with the Chinese Lions Club, and now here at Runcorn State High. Oh, they do have to say, Jazz, you've got the most numbers by a long way, mate. Well done. This is a great event.
Thanks, James. We've got about 1,000 people here at the moment. There's 40 teams, so second year of running the Blues Cup. We're really proud of what we've done so far. So, James, what was your primary school like with sport? Did you play a lot of sport, and what were your main sports if you did?
My main sport was soccer for the Acacia Ridge South. I grew up in Acacia Ridge. I'm an Acacia Ridge boy. I wasn't a particularly great sportsman. My position in the soccer team was always left back, no matter what team I ever played in. I ended up being...
It's better than left out, I guess.
Yeah, just one up from that, mate. But I would charge in at the ball and do my best to either kick it out or kick it up the field. That was about as good as I got. But bit of a sports fan. The previous member for Stretton was a bit of a sports fan as well, and I actually played touch football with Duncan many years ago in a sort of a community, afternoon after work touch team. We were named the True Believers.
We'll have to get you back here for a student staff touch game and see how you still got the skills. We just got a try there. It's Algester. It's Skylar and Abby setting up themselves, and it's Addie, the workhorse, scoring a great try there. Great work, Algester. They're on the board. That's 1-0. And Holland Park have defended really well so far. Another one of the programs that is now linked with the Touch Academy. Both these schools are. And you can see how much they've improved as well with that little bit of guidance and training as they've gone through. It's a turnover there, and Algester have got the turnover. So, James, you recently had your maiden speech for Parliament. Were you nervous before that? We've got a lot of our kids that have to do oral presentations. Did you go through similar nerves, and how'd you go with your first speech? What were your main points?
Well, can I tell you, Jazz, that everyone is nervous, even the most slick-looking public speakers. Everyone gets a little bit nervous. I definitely got a bit nervous, but there's a few techniques you can use. Deep breathing, just sort of breathing deeply so that you don't get you don't sort of lose it. The other one is really practicing. So if you practice heaps, if you've got a big speech coming up and you just practice, you get to a point when it becomes a lot of it becomes second nature. So they're my 2 tips for public speaking, and good luck to all the students who've got public speaking coming up. I remember when I had to do that a long time ago. The main points of my speech really were about our local area and that it's a multicultural success story. So if you look at our area, anyone who lives here would know we've got faces from all over the world. People from all over the world have come to settle in our great local community. But in addition to all that diversity, we have a lot in common, and we also enjoy a lot of success. So we've got above average outcomes for education. People in our area have more higher degrees, so university or TAFE, better outcomes than the average in Queensland. And the other thing is employment outcomes. So the household income in the Stretton electorate is higher than the average of Queensland, and that's going on even though people are settling here from all over the world. So it's something that we should celebrate and really support, and it's something that really benefits our whole community. So one thing I do is go from function to function, event to event, with a lot of different multicultural groups, and they're all doing their own thing, but because they're all doing their own thing so much in our local area, it really lifts everyone, and we really enjoy. We really benefit from it. So, for instance, today for me, in Currabee this morning, I'm out with the community and the police. We had coffee with a cop, so they're all out there talking about crime prevention and keeping everyone safe. Then the Chinese Lions, they're over at Sunnybank, so they've got a fete going on, and there's all little kids out there doing games. And then here, it's not even it's 15 minutes into the afternoon. I'm here at Runcorn State High for what must be one of the biggest touch games in competitions in Brisbane. Jazz, would that be right?
It's up there with one of them, yeah. It's in the top probably 3 or 4. We sort of use this competition to prepare for what's the primary all schools, which is the main one, which is schools all over Queensland effectively. And that's sort of in week 4 of term 4. So we sort of have this program put in there the last 2 years to sort of prepare our sides that we work with, that are affiliated with our Touch Academy here at Runcorn High, and other schools in the local area to help them prepare for that major competition in term 4.
And without giving too much away, who are the exciting prospects for today?
Oh, look, you're looking at Algester right here and the girls, the 2 in the middle that are playing at the moment, Skylar and Abby. Workhorses have really worked really well together. Algester's sides have been strong in their boys and girls for a number of years. You got Holland Park that are on this side as well, on this field. They're a team up on the rise. It's a school that's really strong at gymnastics. They've got 7 gymnastics teams, and some of those girls are going away to comps later on next week as well. So their team's obviously very strong and fast, and a number of really quality touch players as well in the Holland Park side. It's a program that's definitely on the rise. So even the game you're watching right here, James, is quality all around the park. In terms of the teams that normally do really well at all schools, the sort of top 8, we've got the top 6 here.
Oh, wow.
So it's a high level comp, but the way our comp's designed is on day 2, there's two divisions. So there's what we call the Blues Cup, which is the top 12. And then, because there's 20 teams in each pool, the bottom 8 go and play what we call the Shield.
Yep.
So on day 2, you play against like teams.
Right.
And that's different to the elite competitions where if you lose your first 3 games on day 1, you're out.
Yep.
So teams are guaranteed 6 games here,
Yep.
which is the design of it. It's preparing them for bigger and better things that might come up later in the year if primary all schools happens again this year. And I'd like to take your point where you said before, we're really lucky to be in this state. Where we can have these competitions where other states would love to be able to have their primary schools. We've got 40 teams here playing a bit of touch. And while we've had to cancel a number of sporting events this year, it's good that we can still get up and running. The great work Queenslanders have done and your government has done to allow that to happen.
No, thanks, Jazz. I think talking to a lot of community groups too, people have had to learn how to do things differently. We've all had to learn to do different things. Using Zoom is one of them, or Microsoft Teams, or whatever it is your boss uses at your work. We've all had to learn different things, and one of the things people have had to learn, community groups, schools, P&Cs, is how to organise an event with COVID, the possibility of a COVID outbreak or a lockdown. And it's been great to see the effort that people have gone to. You know, people have really taken it on themselves to forge ahead with community events. You book the date, you go for it. Hopefully, everything will go well and we won't have a lockdown. And that's why you're enjoying today.
Another great try there. Guess who it is? It's Skylar. She steps through and it's Abby feeding her. Abby's been everywhere. She works so hard. Now this Algester side's been working really hard all day. They've asked a lot of questions as Holland Park side and it's only 2-0. So Holland Park's still got time. I can see that this heat's starting to wear out in some of the Algester girls. So we'll see how Holland Park can go here and finish strong. They're a strong side here, James. So I expect them to finish strong. That's Adelaide on the ball. She's one of their weapons. And here they go towards the edge. That's Zoe making that touch. Inside the 7, referee Bella Mahoney. You can hear her on the stream, on the live stream. One of the great signallers in the game. You're on the turnover. Here you go, Algester. Rucking forward. Here a Blues Cup 2021. That's Blair. Don't give her space. Gets away with a not square play. The ball. Play on, says the ref. Let him play, she says. That's a ball down. She didn't miss that one. Good signalling by Bella Mahoney. And here's Holland Park's chance. So, James, I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. What are your plans for the Stretton ward? What things have you got in the pipeline? What things would you like to see happen?
There's a lot going on at the moment, and it's really sort of two sides of the same coin, Jazz. The first side is the whole keeping Queenslanders safe. So that's really about the way we respond to outbreaks with potential lockdowns and things like that. Ultimately, the Palaszczuk government's really committed to putting the safety of Queenslanders first. So continuing to consistently put people's safety first in response to COVID. Now, the second part of it is sort of about the light at the end of the tunnel stuff. So for us, what that means is bringing forward funding for all of the important state government areas. So that's schools, roads, hospitals, public transport, police, bringing that funding forward to improve services, but also to create jobs. So job creation is a major factor to ensure that the economy continues to recover in light of everything we face with COVID and we continue to face. So what that looks like locally actually has been record investment in schools. And if you look at all the schools in Stretton, you've seen, we've got stuff going on everywhere. So we've got new performing arts centres, security fences, solar panels, new classrooms, science centres, things like that. Roads, we've got $30 million going into Bow Desert Road, and then health's another important state government area. So we've got $30 million going into the QE2 hospital, which is, everyone would know QE2 hospital just up the road. And we're also looking at extending the capacity of QE2 so we can do more procedures and more things there by putting a satellite hospital somewhere close to it. So there's a lot going on. And then there's also, Jazz, I think there's a lot that we can do locally at Runcorn State High. So Duncan was obviously working pretty closely with the P&C here. Carolyn, shout out to Carolyn Mahoney. I think that must be Bella's...
That's Bella's mum. Bella's refereeing, yeah. Bella's and her sister Lily's also refereeing here today as well.
Well, Carolyn, if you're listening, Bella's doing a fantastic job. But I think there's always more to be done, and I'm looking forward to working with the school. And looking around, I can see a lot of potential here. You've got a lot of open space, and I'm looking forward to maybe the school working with community groups to improve facilities here And yeah, I reckon there's more we can do.
That's great to hear, James, and we are looking forward to having our clubhouse on our oval next year for Blues Cup. And that'll be great to have toilets and drink taps and showers for our Touch Academy athletes and the students of this school, but also for things like Blues Cup, where we've got our local community. It'd be great for them to not have to walk into the school and have those facilities. Down to the last 5 minutes here. That's referee Daddy Waney. He's a past student of the school, James, and recently a father.
Oh,
And Father's Day is coming up, mate, and you're a father too, aren't you, James?
I am.
So any plans for your Father's Day?
Yes, I'm going to, well, my son seems to have picked a location. We're going to a restaurant that's filled with computer games. You know that one over at Garden City? Is it called Time Zone? Well, that's what they
That'll
used to
be it.
called.
Yeah, that'll be it.
So I'll be more or less enjoying playing plenty of computer games over at Time Zone. Time Crisis, I used to play quite a bit of Time Crisis when I was young, Jazz. What about you?
One of the greats. I still play it.
I was pretty good at it, actually. I could do that.
I was no good at it.
You do that thing with the trigger.
Oh, yeah. You got to have that skill to be good at Time Zone. So last 4 minutes, I really thank James Martin for being here with us and giving us your time. It's greatly appreciated. We've got 4 minutes to go. It's 2-0, Algester up. Holland Park trying to hold on here. They run a punish on the link. The winger chases out, and unfortunately that's a ball down. And Holland Park trying to come off their line. They need to try here and they need to try quickly. That's a good first ruck. Quick touch there. Good work. Turn over there. Here goes Holland Park. This girl's got speed. I don't quite have their number, but I've seen her at training and she's very good on her feet. Off they go. That's Abby and Skylar. They've been doing a mountain of work. Hopefully it doesn't burn their legs for tomorrow. But they're doing what they can to protect the team. We've got an offside. Here's Holland Park's chance. So I'll give you a few moments to think of this next question, James, while I commentate this attack on the line. But we'll have a dad joke from you for Father's Day, mate. They've been coming in thick and fast. See what you can come up with. Long ball, nearly got an intercept. Kaylee showing of AFL skills, trying to take a mark of the year up there, Gazali. Unable to get a hold of it, and luckily there was no touch. Abby with the one-hander, Skylar trying to promote it. There's a turnover. Here they go, Adelaide trying to feed the winger. She's quick, can she get around him? Yes, she has. They're back in the game. They breathe life into it. That's number 15. What a great finish. She does that at training too. Just in and away. She seems to get avoided. No one wants to touch her. They try, but they just can't get a hold of her. And it's 2-1 with 2 minutes to go. Can Algester hold on? Is that enough time for you, James, for that joke?
Yeah, Jazz. I went to the optometrist the other day, Jazz.
Yeah.
Boy, it was an eye-opener. Hey!
Are we waiting for the punchline or was that it? That was it. Lucky you're good at being a politician, James. Don't be a comedian, but good try. And that's a try. Algester through the middle. Replay, please. Have a look at this. No, that was a good joke, James. We appreciate that. Guess who it is? It's the clean-up crew. It's Addie. She makes all the touches, cleans up all the mistakes, and she finishes off with a try. That might be the match winner, 3-1. Holland Park won't say die. They're fit, they're strong, but that pass won't help. Back to the turnaround, they're straight on the mark. It's good to see. You can hear that whistle tone. Looking forward to the relay race in the luncheon break. So if you're in the area, come on down, Runcorn High, Hill Road. Come on to the Oval. We've got the relay race between our 4 fastest boys in each team and 4 fastest girls. And gee, there's some speed out here. We've seen it all day today. It's a lightning group, so it'll be really interesting to see which team wins. If I had to pick a winner, oh, you put me on the spot, Jazzy, but Jazzy will try and answer it. Jazzy will say, I think the Runcorn Heights girls are a smoky. And for the boys, I think Algester boys are pretty fast across the board, but don't put any money on it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a toss of the coin, anyone can win.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, Jazz. I'm a big fan of Runcorn Heights. That's a great local school. And I used to live in Algester too, so there you go. I've got the home ground advantage there.
Holland Park trying to get to over the top,
Oh.
and Anya's got them there in the corner. Good defense. She had her hips out, her long arms, and that would be enough for Algester. Last touch coming. They'll still get the win. And that's game over. Algester did enough, but they burnt a lot of petrol. Holland Park pushed them all the way. Thanks very much to James Martin for coming out. We really appreciate your time, mate. Love to have you back at any time.
Thanks, Jazz. I'll be back, mate, for sure.
We'll be back after a luncheon break. If you're in the area, come on down and have a look at the relay race. Food trucks are happening, music's pumping. We'll be back soon.